field, but the performances, not only in the two semifinals, throughout the round of 16 and the group stages, I think there were some very, very good performances. And this tournament also gave the ability just to see fans from all over the world, but also teams and players that wanted to show their quality at this stage, and they would probably never have the opportunity to do it, if it wasn't for this tournament.
Desiree Doué walking up and collecting the Young Player of the Tournament award, and what a talent this guy is.
It's unbelievable, yeah. You can see the speed that he possesses, the eye for the goal as well. Obviously a bit disappointed. He cannot fully appreciate probably the award he's getting, but future is ahead of him, and he's at the right place. Already Champions League winner, so he's like a lot of football to play.
Sanchez, fantastic today. I have a special love for goalies because I work a lot with them being a center back, but today, he was on fire. Well deserved.
He made 6 saves today, his most in any of his 5 starts at the Club World Cup. And he started his distribution as well.
But also coming, for crosses. He must have got probably 4 or 5, long crosses, which, at times are very dangerous because you've been beaten, as a centre back. You expect your goalkeeper to do it, and he was. And he put on a master class today as well, a goalkeeping class.
Could this be Chelsea being like, actually, no, Dimitar, we have our number 1? Actually, no surprise here, is it? Cole Palmer stepping up to take a trophy, take his moment. Are you surprised at Cole Palmer? Player of the tournament?
Well, if you have MVP player of the match today, as Cole Palmer was, you're not surprised. And this is where you need your talent to shine in the finals, in the big moments, to take the responsibility. Of course, it's not happening every time, but today for him, everything worked. He was tracking back, he was attacking, he had the freedom to explore, and on that right side of him where he used to play today, the goals, the precision, the coolness, everything was great for him today.
I think he was honestly the best player on the field today. I just don't know if he was the best player of the tournament. But he certainly deserved just to have the trophy for his performance today and for helping this Chelsea team to win this cup.
Yeah, Cole Palmer finishing the tournament with 5 goal contributions, 3 goals, 2 assists, and here are the refs taking their moment, their medals. Some big calls throughout the tournament, through the game today. Chris, you're smiling. You've got to show them love. Come on.
Yeah, I guess, We've had some interesting relationships with referees as well, so I'll just leave it there.
One thing though, made the impression on me today, the referee was letting the game a bit like English style of play.
Yeah. Yes.
Taka was flying, he was like, go on, which in my mind was okay thing, but it just surprised me a little bit, because outside of England you don't see that very often.
Okay, I tell you what, we're all going to take a break down here at the moment. We're going to take in more of the celebrations, more of this ceremony. Some thumbs up going on there. Okay, we're going to head straight back up to the booth. We're going to get over to Luke and Ryan to talk us through the rest of this ceremony.
And Chelsea will be lifting the trophy after Paris Saint-Germain have been up to collect their runners-up medals. It wasn't supposed to PSG, the European champions who had only conceded up until today when they gave up 3 goals in the first half of this game, Dunny.
Well, I think for PSG, at the end of the day, after the frustration of the way in which they've lost this match, it's a season of capturing their first UEFA Champions League title, a domestic double, and ultimately legitimizing the project that was set over a decade ago. But this year is about Luis Enrique's build, Luke, and the player over the generational superstar, cementing their place among the footballing elite.
Ousmane Dembele unable to impact the game today. Had a slow start to the tournament due to injury. Ended up with 2 goals and 1 assist. We see Luis Enrique there making his way up towards the stage. Chelsea actually met with Luis Enrique after sacking Graham Potter in April of 2023, only to decide Mauricio Pochettino would be the manager moving forward. Luis Enrique has achieved so much in the last 2 years with this Paris Saint-Germain team. The 2 youngest teams in the tournament get to the final, Dunny.
Yeah, disappointment because they didn't have a solution. And give credit to Enzo Maresca and Chelsea. They took the risk and ultimately found the reward. They mimicked a lot of what Vincent Kompany and Bayern Munich did a few days ago down in Atlanta, except they took advantage of their opportunities, and PSG just couldn't figure out a way to manufacture any type of momentum to dent what that first 3-goal performance in the first half looked like for Chelsea Football Club.
Barcola coming off the bench in the second half, unable to make an impact. We see Vitinha get his medal. What a performance he had throughout this tournament for PSG.
I mean, as individuals and collectively the group, we saw visually stunning football throughout the entirety of this tournament. But in the day in which it all went wrong, today was certainly that day, unfortunately for Luis Enrique and PSG.
Well, 6 weeks on from winning the European Championship, Paris Saint-Germain are unable to add a Club World Cup title. Instead, it is Chelsea who will be making their way up to the stage to add to the trophy they won back at the end of May. That was the Conference League final. This is a whole other level. First full year in charge, Johnny.
Yeah, Chelsea's been through some turbulent moments since winning 2021 Champions League. Multiple manager changes, the players spend, but the exposure, commercial value, of course, those are all moments. But this, Luke, this is validation of a young squad and a manager's system, especially ahead of the upcoming season. And the
Golden Ball Award as the best player in the tournament. He has 2 goals and an assist today. But this was a whole team effort. Enzo Fernandez adds a Club World title to his World Cup win with Argentina in Qatar back in December of 2022. And even someone like Liam Delap, who came off the bench, made an impact, was difficult to deal with. Chelsea got performances from everyone when it really mattered on the biggest stage.
Yeah, both with and without the ball throughout this tournament, Luke, and special moments creating these from now going forward. But I think ultimately, Luke, this performance tells us everything about Chelsea's trajectory.
A year ago, Cole Palmer with a goal in the Euro final, England's loss against Spain, 2 assists in the Conference League final, 2 goals and an assist today. Chelsea players still making their way down the line here, ahead of the trophy lift.
And what does it say, Luke, about Enzo Maresca? A manager that's had to inspire, but also show the flexibility with his tactics. And the smile on the face of Reece James. Such an important role, his availability, but also his performance in the heart of that midfield alongside Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez.
Here comes Enzo Maresca, who joined Chelsea in June of last year. Led them to 4th place in the Premier League. Conceded the 3rd fewest goals in the league. A trophy in Europe, and now a trophy on the global stage. And here comes Reece James, the Chelsea captain. There will be a Club World Cup trophy to take back to London. An embrace with Todd Bowley for Reece James. Todd Bowley, part of the ownership group at Chelsea. As the captain will now prepare to lift the Club World Cup trophy. Chelsea are the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup champions.